तस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरौ श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं साग्रजा रघुनाथं कान्तं सुखीतं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णकरुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 Narottam Das Thakur has sung this particular song where he reveals that there is no difference between Chaitanya Leela and Radha. So there is no difference between the only places where this Leelas are performed. So that's in Krishna Leela you think of Chintamani Prakara Sadvashu, Kalpavruksha Daksha, Surabir, according to the vision of Brahma. And Brahma got acquainted with this vision after he realized the absolute truth about Lord Shri Krishna. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadi Radhir Govinda Sarva Karana Karana. Starting from that, the whole creation, how it came into existence, and within the creation, how spiritual existence is also existing. Spiritual existence. And understanding that part, which is Chintamani, right? You think and it should become manifest in front of you. That is called Chintamani. Sparshmani, you know. You touch it and it turns into gold. But Chintamani is think and it manifests. Means you meditate as it is and you are there. There's no difference. But we have to train our mind how to think about. So by reading the Puranic scriptures, we have to understand through our producer Acharya, what they have realized about this importance of Gaura Bhumi, Gaura Mandala Bhumi. There are two words which are similar in pronunciation, Gaura and Gaura. Gaura Desh. It's not Gaura Desh, but Gaura Desh. If you Google it, you will find the origin. They say a particular tract of land starting from Malda down towards Navadwip and some little surrounding Part of it had gone into Bangladesh. We started with Ramakeli, but it's in Malda. But you go on the other side, for the eastern side, there's a Bangladesh border immediately. But there are relics of Gaudiya Vaishnava temples. They are still there because the history is hardly 500 years old. And the preservation was needed, but at the same time, structures of this, what they call the clay, what is that, Bakura structures? Terracotta. Structures, they exist hundreds of years. Then even though they are buried underground, they remain intact. So even in Harappa civilization excavation, they find earthen pots. What is the difference between the earth that has been overlapping and hiding the earthen pots and keep the earthen pots intact? So that is more than 5,000 years. But here, the original temples are in dilapidated state. They may not be functioning even, but yet they are worth visiting. So, those who have enjoyed this particular yatra will continue next year for Bangladesh. All right? And we are interested in this Gaura Mandala Bhumi. So, Gaura Desh was spelled up by Muslims, and then the Britishers took over. But this particular tract of land is important for us where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu preached. Ramkeli is a famous place that's still intact. Even though the presentation that we saw today, it's a very united effort. Instead of, we ended up giving individual contributions many places. I think the centralized project can do a better job. What do you think? Because they have more information. We could not reach out to many other places. But Jayapalaka Maharaj has been given instructions. We just heard about the conversation between Srila Prabhupada, him and Bhakti. So the inference is there, but we have to organize. We have to help such efforts, concentrated efforts, so that can make Srila Prabhupada's ISKCON much glorious in preservation of the relics of great importance, of transcendental importance. It's not only historical. We add spiritual aspect in the history that has been started under the Renaissance period, the golden age of Sankirtan movement, which is supposed to last for the next 10,000 years. According to Bhavishya Purana, many other places, Srila Prabhupada talks between the conversation of him with that hippie, what's his name? And no, the one who chants Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Alan Ginsberg. Alan Ginsberg had conversation when Prabhupada went to Columbus at Ohio University, which is about 2 hours from New now, and there Alan Ginsberg is asking, so Srila Prabhupada, you say that this movement will be lasting only for 10,000 years. He said it's the golden age of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement. Then Kali Yuga will be again striking heavier to destroy everything. So what do you mean? He said, there will not be Mahamantra, there will not be books. Oh, that's terrible. We are caught in between. No, we are not caught in between. It is well-planned, organized aspect of spiritual improvements. Then this movement is so dynamic that anybody who chants Hare Krishna once, Haridas Thakur gives a blanket invitation. He is a Vaishnava. Even though chanting once, and one should not criticize him. Just preserve that particular chanting as the eternal asset for him. That is the only hope that it will grow in his life and make him perfect. Perfectly considered Krishna conscious. So, see the magnanimity of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the holy name that he has brought. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, as he is the most magnanimous and municipal incarnation who is distributing the fruit of bhakti, which is called love of Godhead, freely. But we have to understand that even though it is freely available, we should not undermine it. We need to digest it properly and try to spread that love of Godhead, make Chaitanya Mahaprabhu more efficient in distributing the love of Godhead all over the world. It is his movement, and we are simply recruits in his army to distribute the fruit of bhakti. So, why it is only needed in this particular time of 10,000 years? 10,000 years are very insignificant in the terms of the entire span of Kali Yuga, which is 432,000 years. 5,000 years are already passed away. And within 5,000, 535 years also passed away when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. So by calculation, we have something like 9,600 and 65 years left. And this will also run like, and in the terms of eternity, this is such an insignificant period, and that is called Renaissance period, the golden age of Sankirtan movement. So, what are the odds in the terms of history that has been written for the old times? And they are still existing as proof of Vedic culture. Ramayan's history is 15 lakhs and 75,000 years old. That is the Treta Yuga. It came before. What is the figure? Did you get it? Huh? 7? I read somewhere 17 lakhs 50,000. But before, when Ramchandra appeared, that was the age calculation. But anyway, Kali Yuga is very insignificant age in terms of the Chatusyuga, So, and within that 10,000 years doesn't actually matter. But the moment is so profound and perfect that it does make a dent in the empire's lives. So, save yourself and save others. Chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. In the terms of devotional service, going on parikrama or visiting the places of pilgrimage within that movement of bhakti, which reminds us of the bhakti identically to understand about Lord Krishna's pastimes 5,000 years back. In that sense also, this is 1/10 of the time. 500 years versus 5,000 years. 500 years are how much? 1/10. So, we are given a very limited time framework. Just like if we try to understand this time framework, Bahujan, so many lives that we have passed, and we do not, but Krishna knows it. We forgot it. Bahuni te vyatitani janmani tavacharya. Bahuni. It's a plural word, means you don't count. Understand? You can't count. So, in the terms of our time framework, we have just entered in the movement. An average maybe it's 5 years, who have been involved in chanting Hare Krishna and understanding ISKCON's establishment. How many years? If you take an average, I would think only 5 years. 5 years versus 500 years versus 5,000 years. But don't you feel that you have come closer to Krishna? How much closer? That is another talk. But we have come closer to Krishna. So smaller the period, greater the effect. Comparative. What we could not have achieved in Satya Yuga is achievable in few years in Kali Yuga. That is the signal. It is with a big heart the Lord has put up this particular Kali Yuga to immediately, let the effect of Kali go and pass through without touching those who are chanting Hare Krishna. it will not affect us. Time runs out like fast. So, understanding the significance of magnanimity of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this Gauradesh has proven a very important participation, help in uplifting the consciousness of the people. The time will affect, Kali Yuga has effect. There is construction as well as little maintenance is there, but destruction is inevitable. But whatever is our, heritage, we must preserve, even though however deliberate and strict we might be receiving. So this is also considered to be devotional service. So instead of helping individually little activities, helped in an organized way, purpose will be the same, it will serve significantly. That's the idea. So Prabhupada has given instructions. So many instructions are in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Therefore, Mayapur is growing under his vision, that he is conveying Prabhupada's vision. So Sridham Mayapur is not just a locality or a metropolis that is going to come about. No. We learn by our mistakes. We have to cooperate with the local governments, and there are ups and downs, but progress has to be measured. Progress is. It's not a very stagnant situation. In communist government prior to this, we were thinking that it has become stagnant. They have left only 250 acres, Mayapur land, while we are having more than 2,500 acres. So we tolerated the inconveniences. We had to rush the construction of TOVP within a very small area that was maximum available within 250 acres. Otherwise, the planning was somewhere else. Just behind, it's open land. The moat is still there. But according to time, places, and circumstances, just to cooperate. TOVP has, by Krishna's design, appeared. It's about to complete with a lot of perseverance. Devotees have to exhibit that. So, soon it will be open. Gradually it manifests. Always there is some kind of demonstrable progress that you will see. It may not be according to the target, but still it is progress. So, whatever the internal progress will be there, it will be exhibited externally also. That is the nature of manifestation of the spiritual place. By the desire of Srila Prabhupada, things are manifesting. And directions are given. So according to those directions, we have to follow. If somebody says, oh, I have a lot of money, you guys get out, I will make it 750 tall building. 750 feet tall. Devotees say, that is not devotional service. We have to follow the order of Srila Prabhupada. and every order is a final order. What should we do? You can't make anything out of that as a final order. So in any case, we need to understand that this is an important place. Generally, the West Bengal is called Sonar Bangla, Golden Bengal. Why? Because the sand of Ganges is golden. You saw clear water in the north. Here, Ganges water will never be clear. Only Jalangi is more clear. At the confluence also you will see Jalangi water is more distinguishable clear than Ganges. But anyway, Sonar, Ganges. Still it is Ganges. So all these places that we went, most of the places we covered in this yatra, but part of Gaudadesh is still in Bengal. We need to go and pay our obeisances there. So see you next year. Hare Krishna. Glories to Srila Prabhupada.